How do you borrow money you do not have, go under anesthesia, endure weeks of pain and compression in Lagos heat, carry a special pillow everywhere you go just to sit down, and then walk into your post operative appointment and be told by the same doctor who collected the money to walk 30 minutes daily, eat a balanced diet, drink enough water, rest properly, and manage your stress? How? How does that happen? How do you go through all of that and come out the other side with a prescription that was available to you for absolutely free the whole time? That question has been sitting in the middle of this conversation for a long time, and nobody is asking it until now. I am your wellness therapist. This is whole life wellness. We do not do boring here. We do not do judgment here. We do truth. And today's truth is one that touches every Nigerian woman who has ever looked at her body and felt it was not enough. Stay with me, because what I am about to walk you through will change how you see this conversation completely. Picture this. A woman decides she wants a procedure. She saves, she plans, she borrows if she has to. She books, she signs, she goes under. Fat is removed from one part of her body, purified, and injected into another. She wakes up in recovery. She cannot sit on the part of her body she just paid to improve. She wears compression garments in Lagos heat. For weeks, she cancels work. She cancels life. She manages pain. She manages swelling. She manages the anxiety of wondering whether the fat survives or gets absorbed back into the body as if it never happened. And then the day comes. She walks into her post-operative appointment. She perches on the special pillow she now carries everywhere. And the doctor looks across the desk and says, maintain a stable weight, eat a balanced diet, walk regularly, do lower body exercises, sleep properly, manage your stress. Wait, did that just say exercise? Eat well, rest and hydrate. The exact things she was not doing before she went in. The exact things that don't consistently and intentionally build and maintain the very body shape she just paid to acquire surgically. Yes, that is exactly what happened. And nobody finds that strange. Nobody stops and asks if the doctor's instructions after surgery are the same as the wellness conversation before surgery. Why does one cost so much and the other costs nothing? Penny wise, pound foolish. Now let me tell you something most people do not know about how this procedure actually works. When fat is transferred into the body during this surgery, it does not become a different kind of fat. It is still living tissue. It still responds to how you eat. It still responds to how you move. It still responds to your hormones, your sleep, your stress levels. In other words, the body you just paid to reshape operates by the exact same biological rules as the body you had before. This is not a detail. This is the entire conversation. The surgeon's post-operative instructions are not optional maintenance tips. They are biological requirements. The body, any body, requires consistent movement, nourishment, rest, and hydration before the procedure, after the procedure, forever. There is no version of this where the surgical result maintains itself without the lifestyle behind it. None. And here is where I need to challenge something. Because when people hear move your body and eat well, the mind immediately goes to the gym. Expensive gym, personal trainer. Supplements with names printed in a language your grandmother would never recognize. That is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about your life, the one you are already living. The woman who walks part of her commute instead of riding the whole way. She's engaging her lower body daily. The woman who takes the stairs instead of waiting for the lift. She's doing functional strength work that no trainer can manufacture better. The nurse on her feet for 12 hours. She is in physical engagement that most people pay to achieve. The trader in the market who walks, lifts, stands and moves through every working day. She is building. The mother who cooks standing, carries a child on her back, climbs the stairs of her building 5 times. Before noon, she is building. The professional work you call stress, the domestic responsibilities you are waiting to outsource, the daily movement you overlook because it does not happen in a gym, all of it done with awareness and intention, is the physical practice that builds and maintains the body naturally. Your daily life is already a wellness practice. You just have not been told to see it that way. Now let us talk about what is really driving this conversation. Because the decision to surgically alter the body does not begin in a clinic. It begins in a moment. The moment you look at something on a screen and look back at yourself and feel the distance between the two. That moment, repeated hundreds of times a day, fed by an algorithm trained perfectly to show you the body you do not have every single time you open your phone, amplified by comment sections where standards are set for what a woman must look like. And here is what the research tells us clearly. When that decision comes from comparison, from social pressure, from the need for external validation, the satisfaction is temporary. Because the thing that drove the decision is still there after the procedure. The algorithm is still running. The comments are still coming. The standard keeps moving, and no surgeon on earth can operate on that. The pattern is well documented. One procedure leads to awareness of another. That awareness leads to another procedure and another. Because the wound was never in the body. It was in the relationship with the body. And the relationship cannot be surgically altered. It has to be lived through, built through. Now here is what can reach it. Movement done with joy. Not in a gym. Not in a program. Joy. Dancing at an owambe until your feet remind you they exist. Walking with a friend while you talk and laugh and forget you are even moving. Playing with children in a way that makes you breathless before you realize it. Clinical research consistently shows that movement done with enjoyment and social connection is one of the most powerful interventions for body image dissatisfaction. It builds the body and it repairs the relationship with the body at the same time for free, which is what the procedure was trying to do all along. Let me tell you something now about the largest muscle in the human body, the gluteus maximus, the very muscle group that defines the shape most women are paying surgically to acquire. It is a muscle, and like every muscle, it responds to 2 things only: protein and load. Give it consistent protein. Give it consistent load, movement, resistance, the weight of daily life engaged with intention. And it develops, it shapes, it strengthens permanently, without anesthesia, without recovery time, without a special pillow. Now where is the protein? Not in an expensive imported container. It is in your kitchen. Beans, ewa agoyin, muamua, begiri, complete plant protein, building Nigerian bodies since long before any of us were born. Eggs, the most complete, most affordable protein source available to any Nigerian at any income level. Every amino acid the muscle needs. 1 egg, fish, Titus, sardine, catfish, lean protein and essential fatty acids in the food your family has eaten for generations. Not because it was fashionable, because it worked. Crayfish, the small ones ground into everything. Protein, calcium, omega fatty acids. Your grandmother's supplement stack. Available at every Lagos market for almost nothing. Ground nuts, healthy fat and protein. In the snack most people eat without even thinking about it. The body shape that people are paying enormous amounts to acquire surgically can be built daily in the Nigerian kitchen. We just stopped cooking it that way. We replaced real local food with whatever is fastest. We replaced cooking with ordering. We replaced eating with surviving. And then we wonder why the body is not giving back what we stopped giving it. Here is something else I need to say directly. We were taught to see our daily movement as a problem. The walk, stress. The stairs, inconvenience. Cooking standing up, exhausting. Carrying shopping, a burden. And in doing that, in labeling our daily physical engagement as stress, we disconnected from the most natural wellness practice available to human beings. Living fully, in a body, consciously. The woman who walks part of her commute is building. The woman who chooses the stairs every single time is building. The woman who dances at every celebration instead of sitting at the side is building. None of this requires a program. None of this requires equipment. None of this requires money. It requires one decision: to see your daily life as the wellness practice it already is. From burden to building, that single shift is more powerful than any procedure because it does not expire. And that is the financial truth nobody lays out clearly enough. Any major cosmetic procedure has a full cost, not just the procedure itself. The recovery garments, the medications, the weeks away from productive life, the follow-up appointments, the revision if the result disappoints, the second revision, and at the end of all of it, the same post-operative prescription: eat well, move, rest, hydrate. The cost of following that prescription before any procedure is almost nothing. Local food eaten with intention, daily movement woven into life, rest taken seriously, water consumed consistently, done over time. This builds the body permanently, because here is a difference that changes everything. A purchase gives you a result that requires a lifestyle to maintain it. A practice gives you a lifestyle that produces results permanently. A purchase expires, a practice compounds. Penny wise, pound foolish. Now, before I finish, and I mean every word of what I am about to say, this is not an attack on this procedure. If you have thought this through carefully, if you are in a stable place financially and psychologically whole, and you choose this, that is your body, your choice, fully respected. If you have already had this procedure, this conversation is for you too. The whole life wellness door is open to you right now, today. But if you are considering this from a place of comparison, of pressure, of a wound that has not yet been named, I am asking you gently, just gently, to have a conversation with your own body first. Not a program, not a plan, just honest, daily, intentional living. Move with awareness. Eat what nourishes. Rest without guilt. Dance when there is music. Walk when there is distance. Cook when there is hunger. Carry when there is weight. And at some point, check in. Ask your body honestly, what is changing? What do you feel now? What do you need? Let your body answer from experience, not from a screen. And whatever you decide from that place, decided from wholeness, not from a wound. The doctor's instructions after a surgery and this conversation are the same conversation. One comes after the procedure. One is available to you right now, today, for free. How do you go through all of that and come out with something that was always available for free? Now you know. And now you know what to do before. I am your wellness therapist. This is whole life wellness. Everybody, every income, every life. If this hit different, subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notifications. Share this with one woman who needs to hear this before she decides. Comment below. What is the relationship like between you and your body today? Partnership or punishment? No judgment here. Just truth. Just us. All content on Whole Life. Wellness is for educational and wellness awareness purposes only. It does not constitute medical advice. Please consult a qualified medical professional for any personal health or surgical concerns.